Welcome to Coach's Corner. I'm Peter O'Brien. And today we're going to learn some basic yoga poses. To help us out is Sue Fryer, yoga instructor and fitness instructor for the Airport Health Club, and also Lori Ennis as a demonstrator and Carrie Fryer as a demonstrator. Sue, can you show us some basic yoga poses?
I'd be happy to.
Great.
Yoga is a discipline that can be practiced by the young and the old, the athletic and the non-athletic. It can help increase your stability, your strength, and your flexibility. We have our two models here today, and we're going to go through an easy sequence of yoga poses that you can try at home. Today we're going to begin with just some simple breathing techniques. So I'd like to ask you to just grab a mat or just use your carpet at home and lay down, gradually just rolling onto the carpet. And the breath is something you can practice throughout the day. We're going to start today with just relaxing the palms up to the ceiling, relaxing through the back of the neck, and letting the hips release out to the side, letting the feet relax out to the side. With yoga breath, as you take a nice deep inhalation, you want to see the belly rise. And as you exhale, you want to see the belly fall. And as you practice the breath, the length of the inhalation can increase, and the length of the exhalation can as well increase to meet the length of the inhalation. So just practice for a minute, laying on the floor, closing your eyes, taking a nice deep in-breath, and a nice relaxing exhalation. So feeling the belly rise with the in-breath, and feeling the belly fall with the out-breath. So just practicing the in-breath and the out-breath. And as you exhale, feeling some release and tension through the shoulders, through the fingers and the hips. So once again, a nice deep inhalation with the belly rising. And a nice deep out-breath, feeling the exhalation, the release of tension through the whole body. And the breath is something that you can revisit throughout the day, driving in the car, at your desk at work. We're going to transition now to a very simple yoga pose that will help increase your stability in your spine and increase your abdominal strength. So I'm going to ask my models to roll over to their side and to balance on the hands and knees. So you want to find a lot of length here from the tip of the head through the spine. So finding a balance point, and if you're trying this at home, you're just going to find an even balance between the two hands and the two knees. We're going to practice the belly breath one more time in this position. Take a nice deep in-breath, and you'll feel the belly actually expand out. And then as you exhale, you want to feel the belly pulling into the spine, just like the belt loop would be loosening as you exhale and pull the belly in. So practice just the deep breath in this position, and then we're going to move on to make it a little more complicated into a spinal balance. And you can use just one leg or one arm, or you can follow our models and use the opposite arm and leg at once. So take a nice deep in-breath, and as you exhale, lift your left arm and your right leg out, reaching through the arm and leg, feeling the belly pull to the spine. And finding a nice balance point between the hand and knee. Again, going back to the deep breath, feeling a nice strong pull through the abdominal muscles and a nice strong lengthening through the back of the spine. Now take a nice deep in-breath, and as you exhale, drop the hand and knee back to the mat and transition to the opposite side. So now reaching the opposite arm and leg out. Good, keeping lots of length from the tip of the head all the way through the tailbone, reaching through the arm and the leg, and finding a lot of core stability as you exhale and pull the belly tight to the spine. So working length and balance, core stability, and strength through the low back. Take a nice deep inhalation, and now as you exhale, drop the hand and knee to the floor. And press back into child's pose, taking a little break on the shoulder. So you're going to press all the way back to the thighs and rest the forehead on the ground. So here you can go back to deep breathing, feeling the ribs expand out to the side as you take your deep inhalations. And a nice deep exhalation, feeling the release of tension through the shoulders, through the spine and the low back. Again, feeling the breath as you slow down the inhalations and exhalations. We'll transition to one more basic yoga pose here, the downward facing dog. So you can press up to a spinal balance. Once again, curl the toes under and then press the tailbone up to the ceiling, reaching up to the ceiling. And this is your basic downward facing dog position in yoga. You'll have your hands outstretched on the mat. You feel a nice press of the tailbone up towards the ceiling, and you feel a nice lengthening through the hamstrings and the calves. Nice lengthening from the ears through the shoulders, and just pressing the tailbone towards the ceiling as you gently press away from the mat with the hands. So here's your basic downward facing dog position. And again, going to a nice deep breathing pattern as you hold the downward dog position. So feeling the belly pull to the spine on the exhalation, feeling the ribs expand out to the side on the inhalation. Good, and then just dropping back to the knees and then pressing back into child's pose to rest. We'll try one more pose, and this will be our last pose of the day. This will be a standing warrior pose, but just take a second to rest the shoulders and try the deep breath. Okay, now we're going to transition to a standing warrior poses. So you're in a relaxed child's pose. Just press to the hands and knees. Curl the toes and press back to downward facing dog. So nice exhalation. Again, feeling the lift of the tailbone towards the ceiling. Nice stretch through the shoulders. And then step your left foot forward between the two hands and just angle the back foot back about 45 degrees and then reach the hands all the way up towards the ceiling. Nice lifting of the chest, feeling the belly pull, and your front knee is bent at a 90-degree angle. So here's your basic standing warrior one pose. Feeling the back leg active as the kneecap pulls up. Reaching and lifting with the chest, feeling a lot of strength through the legs in the lunged position of warrior one. Now that you've tried warrior one, we'll transition to warrior two, a very strong standing pose. Inhale and reach the hands and fingers up to the ceiling, and as you exhale, drop the hands to the sides and just transition your hips open and drop the hands slowly down to the side. In warrior two, you get a lot of chest opening positions. You can glance over that left arm, feeling a very strong work through the legs, and even balance of your body between the 2 feet, a nice strong active back leg. So this is an excellent pose for opening the chest and opening the hips. Again, going with a nice deep breathing pattern as you hold the warrior poses and feeling strength in these standing poses. And thank you for joining us today for a beginning yoga lesson. Namaste.